Hi, my name is Jose Calero. I'm president of LapWorks, and today I'd like to show you the Acrobat Pro. Okay, here's how you set up the Acrobat Pro. First of all, after you take it out of the box, you take it out of the protective wrapping, you'll turn it over like this, where all the legs are face up. The first thing you want to do, you see that there are these two little knobs on each side. You want to turn those each counterclockwise. You don't have to do them at the same time. You can do one first, then do the other. Just loosen them both. You'll see that there's sets of teeth here of two parts, two circular parts that come together. This is necessary to do this in order to extend the legs. The first thing you do is you turn this leg, the one that's closest to the wrist rest, let me get this back down, you turn this up. And when you turn this up, then you can pull it straight out, and you can see what's happening. There is a catch here, or like a shoulder. When you pull it out, it snaps in place. Now we do the same thing with the other side. Pull it out until it snaps here, and then you straighten these two out to, say, a vertical angle, just to get it set up. And then you start tightening these again. And as soon as you tighten one side, then you tighten the other. Now, this is the condition, the configuration you're looking at. The next thing you do is you want to release the legs. So there's a catch right here. You have to snap that off of there and then straighten out this hinge joint and then slide this sleeve up to lock it in place. And then you do the same thing with the other side. Remember, you separate this little catch and it snaps in and out. That's what holds the leg together. So you separate it, pull it up so it straightens out. You can see what happened here. You pull it until it straightens, and then you slide the sleeve up. Now you've got this product ready to set up. Now there's one other thing that, well, first of all, let me go through this also. These two things here are wrist rests, and the way they work is that you slide them out and then flip it around and slide it back. Slide this one out, flip it around, and slide it back. The purpose of these two things are, first, it catches your notebook, and then secondly, as you're typing, you have a wrist rest to rest on. So that's the purpose of these. You want to be careful with these. You don't want to be pulling the unit by these because they could, if you pull on them too hard, they could break. This unit is made out of plastic and aluminum, and sometimes if you pull too hard on some of these things, you're going to break them because it's not steel. It's made out of plastic, but it is durable enough to hold up if you treat it the way you're supposed to. Now, the next thing that happens with this is that there's a mouse pad here. You can't see it from where you're sitting, but if I turn it upside down, you can see there's a mouse pad right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out. Watch this. See how this width expands for different body weights? You can expand this. I think this goes up to 24 inches. And then when you have that expanded, the next thing you want to do is get your mouse pad in the right position. So what we do is we turn this knob to loosen the mouse pad, and there it is, loosened. You want to get it level, and then once you have it level, then you tighten this up. Now I'm in an uncomfortable position because I'm trying to give you the best view while I do this adjustment. But once you have that, there's a tightening knob right here. If you will take and just lift that out and fold it down, it locks the mouse pad in place, so it's not going to fall on you. Now all you have to do is put your notebook on this, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Okay, here we are, a little tighter shot of the Acrobat Pro. There's something I forgot to mention in the last set, and that is the elevation that you can still achieve with this. These legs aren't locked in position. These have a little tab right here that you release, and the same thing on the other side. You release it. And then you lift the leg up, tighten it down, lift this leg up, tighten it down, and you can see the elevation that we received. This is no longer level. This is no longer level. Now, if you want to lower it, you just release that catch, release this one, and let them retract all the way. Snap it back again, and now you've got a lower elevation. This will give you a variety of inclines and elevations depending on what your body type is and what you need. Now, to set this level again, well, here, let's just raise this up because it shows a better, okay, let's get it up to about here, and this one to about here. All right, now we're level again. Now we have tightened down this lever for the mouse pad so it's locked in, and we have the unit basically set. All you've got to do is set your computer in it, take the computer, slide it in here like this, and basically you're ready to roll. You can see what we have done. The unit is stable. It is not going to fall over. And depending on how your comfort level is, you can sit on the floor, you can sit on a chair with this. If you don't, now we have a mouse here, and then of course we plug it in, oops, upside down, okay? And we have a mouse, and you can operate a mouse from here. It's the size is about a 5 by 7 card size, so it'll give you enough room for this is an optical mini mouse, but it'll give you enough room for a mouse to operate. And then you have the wrist rest, which you can slide along. And I should also point out the wrist rests have, you probably can't see it real well, but the wrist rests have some rubber in here that cushions your notebook when it slides inside to give it that additional cushioning. So let's go through real quick on disassembling this unit. Breaking it back down again. First thing you want to do is release the mouse pad. Then you want to slide these back down out of the way, the wrist rests. Oops, let me get this back here. Loosen this. There we go. Slide this back out of the way, slide it to the center, slide this to the center, slide this underneath. Now that it won't slide underneath when you have the unit in two different angles, but when you set them in the same angle, like this, then it'll slide, as you can see. Turn it over. And then first thing we want to do is slide down this sleeve, slide this down, and you're going to release this catch because you want to allow this to slide up or down depending on where you left it. You're going to snap this in place, snap that back, do the same thing here, unsnap this so this can travel up or down, slide that down. Remember you want to catch this right in here, snap this back down. Now you're set. Make sure that you have, I didn't loosen both knobs, we want to loosen both. You take one of these, fold it down, and then you're folding, while you folded this one down, you're folding this one over, and what you're doing is making room to slide this in here, like this, and then you slide this other one down, and then snap it over, and then tighten them. Voila! Compact Acrobat Pro.